I'm not sure about you, but I know I love this time of year because it's so festive. Every year around Thanksgiving, there's so many things opening up that interest me. Today, we're exploring the Lantern Fest in Tyson's Corner, Virginia. Come on, check it out with me.
It's cold.
Now, I know the venue space looks dead, but that's because it is. I actually attended this during its opening week. I'm actually not sure that many people knew about the Festival of Lanterns just yet, so I had a lot of space to enjoy myself and record without feeling like I was infringing on anyone's privacy.
Is that a ride?
I think these are rides. I loved the exhibits there, and I did some visualizations while there and engaging in and through the various lantern displays. Now, y'all know I'm heavy on incorporating the inner child into adult life, and this was the perfect venture for that.
The food smells good.
When I say it's the perfect place, I mean it's definitely the perfect place to do what Barney told you to do when you were young. Use your imagination, silly. You are never too old, and life is never that serious. This is a great place for young children as well because, as you can see, the spaceships and things, we could pretend we were astronauts going through space or even aliens. And look, don't worry about looking crazy or childish. Many people will either resonate with the energy that you're in, or it should inspire someone to be more lighthearted. Having trouble figuring out how you would tap into your inner child here? Well, in this spot, we can pretend like these candy canes are leading us straight up to the North Pole. And I mean, that's how you can use your inner child here. So in this little area was the seesaw and the swings, but they also had two little dinosaurs that you can ride. It was kind of dark over there, so you couldn't see it when I panned over, but I will give you a better glimpse of it a little later on in the video. Speaking of dinosaurs, look what we have here. Look what we're coming up on. Dinosaur lanterns. Now this was one of my favorite parts because I could really use my visualizations here. So in this little area, I pretended that I was in Africa at an African safari when I got around to the animals. That's something on my bucket list, so to move that goal closer to myself, I used this time and space to do that visualization. And it was actually fun. Would this have made you think about Africa or somewhere different? I also didn't realize before buying the ticket that this is an Asian inspired and I believe ran event. That wouldn't have deterred me from buying a ticket or anything, but I was just saying. If you know anything about Asian culture, then you know that lanterns are a big part of their culture. Lanterns are their thing, yes, but there were also dragons and flowers and things that you could clearly see were inspired by Asian culture. I love immersing myself into other cultures. Not to be stereotypical, but I really actually love Asian culture. Growing up, Asian food, mainly Chinese, was my zhush. I loved Chinese food to the point where my dad would actually pick me up from school and take me to this buffet place called Bon Buffet. And when I tell you that was my favorite buffet place, rumor has it though that because of me, they created an age pricing for their buffet. They said that there was no way that I was the age that I was and I was putting down the food that I was putting down. So they created a pricing list for certain age groups because of me. Now that's a fun fact. Let's get back to the video though. Now, as you can see, there is some pretty big space in between exhibits. Because there were more lanterns displayed in the advertising, it made me wonder if there were more displays that were going to be erected over time. It also made me wonder because they actually pushed the opening a week out. I mean, I've always had tickets for opening week, but they sent emails stating that they couldn't honor the first week's tickets that they had, and we had to pick another date. I really actually appreciated that communication and the instructions to reclaim your ticket. So that should give you guys some ease about ticket processing things. Now, I did have to come out a couple of additional dollars after I changed the date, and I'm not sure if that's because the day of the week that I changed it to or not. Prices are higher on the weekend, and I went on a Thursday. But anyway, back to what I was saying. The spacing made me wonder if that was the reason that they had to push things out for opening week. Maybe some of the things didn't come in on time or whatever, and they just said, okay, well, we're going to make do what we have at the time. So maybe that's what I'm experiencing right now. I'm not sure. Guys, look how vibrant all of the displays are though. It's like you can't help but be happy while freezing your ass off as you go through and get up to the displays. They were so bright and beautiful that some of them even washed me out as I was trying to get in the video with them. Now, if you know me, you know I did a little razzle dazzle with some visualizations here in this heart tunnel. I mean, the sky is the limit on what you could do here. Here, for me, I acted as if I was in a tunnel of love. I go inside one end, loving myself, and by the time I get to the end of the tunnel, I love myself even more. I acted as if those were hearts that held the energy of love that I've given out so freely, coming back to kiss me and return the love back to me. Look, don't judge, but I even had me a little Lifetime movie type moment in this tunnel, spinning and laughing all while allowing love to fall all over me like Monica. And you know they can't have the Lantern Fest during Christmas time or the holiday season without the Christmas tree and Santa Claus.
Goal for success.
Next, I go over to that area that I was telling you about earlier in the video, the play area. I got on the swing, which was fun. They made me think I was in a Sonic ring. You know, those gold rings that Sonic collects? That's exactly what swinging on the yellow swing made me think of. There were red ones too, but they were pretty sturdy swings. So to all my plus size ladies out there, get on it and swing, okay? Enjoy yourself. Oh, and you guys, you can see the little dinosaurs that you can ride a lot better in this shot coming up. Now, parents, I know that some of your kids are going to scream and cry to ride it, but honestly, it's not really worth the money. Them joints were whack to me as I watched the set of brothers ride it, but I guess to a kid, riding a dinosaur is a once in a lifetime kind of situation. Inside the tent, there was a man doing stunts on stage. I was hoping he wasn't gonna fall and hurt himself. I wasn't sure if he was practicing or if that was the real show for the audience. But anyway, there was also toys and different gifts that you could buy. They had the traditional Chinese lanterns going along the roof of the tent. Look at that. And honestly, those lanterns are the lanterns that I think that people think about when speaking on Asian or Chinese cultured lanterns. Now, I'm not sure what kind of drinks the man over in the far corner was selling, because look at this. These are some really cool cotton candy characters being made. I've never seen anything like this before. They kind of resemble Peeps, do they not? But they mesmerized me, so I was encapsulated with them. I thought these little characters were just so cute. They are the cutest little things. And y'all, I visualized that this was the tree of life. And then I visualized that it was Grandmother Willow, even though she had a mustache. But here I am obsessing over these little characters again. And now that I'm thinking about it, why do they remind me of little Labubu's? Don't ask me why I thought that, but yeah. Now I'm going to ask you something about this dragon in a few minutes, okay? Okay, so we're coming up on a display that I want you guys to look at. It's an owl display. What would you imagine or visualize here? Would you visualize that he was the owl from Winnie the Pooh? Would you visualize that he was imparting wisdom upon you? Would you visualize that he was finally telling us how many licks it takes to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop? You see how I just gave you 3 things that came to mind when I saw that? That's how expansive it can be for you, your imagination, your creative mind. What if one of these displays sparks some ideas for you simply because you choose to allow your imagination free range at this moment? So moving on to the dragon, I want you to put in the comments what you would visualize going through the body of the dragon. Visualization isn't just for manifestation. It can purely be for fun. It could be healing for your inner child. And honestly, we can dive more into that in another video. But it can spark creative ideas, especially if you're an artist or in the arts. It can relax you enough to bring you out of brain fog or writer's block. Just think about the possibilities. I mean, it can even earn you the title of life of the party or the favorite/fun auntie or uncle. And I think that's totally worth allowing yourself to play like a child while looking crazy to someone who takes life way too seriously, is probably under a bunch of stress, and looking at you, wishing they could feel free enough to act like a child in public. I said this earlier. You playing could spark inspiration in someone else to say, fuck it, and get out there and play right along with you.
These are butterflies. This is the portal of transformation. I'm trying to tell y'all.
Outside of the tent were food and drink vendors. I got me a funnel cake and oh my goodness, it was so good. It was nice, soft, and fluffy. However, because I don't really eat much sweets or fried foods, I only ate what you'll see me trying here and maybe another 2 bites. This vendor was not only selling funnel cake, but they were also selling hot chocolate, and they were also selling regular meals, Asian meals, Chinese meals. I'm not sure if they were Chinese or what style Asian meals. So here is where I'm about to try me some of that funnel cake. My critique, I already told y'all. I give it a thumbs up. Anyway, it's definitely beginning to look a lot like Christmas. The season's cheer is upon us, and I hope you guys can experience it in some capacity before the year is out. This Lantern Fest will be running through December and most of January, and it's about $20 for your tickets. I hope you guys enjoyed the video and liked what you saw. Wishing everyone a very Merry Christmas, a Happy Holidays, and a Happy New Year. See you next time.